like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Na Dior Pop. There are performances that feel grand and unforgettable because of the stage, the lights, or the choreography. And then there are performances that become unforgettable for a completely different reason. Because they feel soft, personal, almost intimate. That was exactly the feeling many ARMYs experienced when Jimin and Jungkook performed just one day while wearing adorable cowboy hats, smiling at each other as they sang one of the most emotional lyrics in BTS history. If you and I could be together. It sounded simple. Just a line from a song. But somehow, when those words came from Jimin and Jungkook that night, they felt much deeper than usual. The entire atmosphere changed. Because it wasn't only about the music anymore. It was about the way they looked at each other. The way they smiled without forcing it. The way their voices sounded so warm and gentle together. And suddenly, thousands of people watching felt like they were witnessing something incredibly special. Just One Day has always been one of BTS's softest songs. Unlike explosive stadium anthems, this song feels more like a quiet confession. A small wish hidden inside a melody. A wish to spend even one single day with someone precious. Just one day. Just one chance. Just one moment together. That emotional meaning already makes the song powerful. But when Jimin and Jungkook performed it side by side with those cute cowboy hats, the entire performance gained a different kind of magic. At first, fans couldn't stop talking about how adorable they looked. The cowboy hats gave them a playful and charming vibe that felt surprisingly natural. On Jimin, the hat made his soft smile look even sweeter. His eyes curved beautifully every time he laughed, making him look warm and impossibly gentle. Meanwhile, Jungkook looked effortlessly handsome while still appearing playful and relaxed. The slightly oversized cowboy hat gave him a carefree aura that made fans completely lose their minds. But the real reason the performance became unforgettable wasn't just the visuals. It was the smiles. Because those smiles didn't look rehearsed. They looked real. There was one moment when Jimin turned toward Jungkook with a tiny smile while singing, and Jungkook immediately smiled back almost shyly. It lasted only a few seconds, but somehow it felt powerful enough to stop everyone's hearts. That's the thing about Jimin and Jungkook. They never need dramatic gestures to create emotional moments. Sometimes they simply stand next to each other, and the atmosphere already feels different. And during Just One Day, that chemistry became impossible to ignore. The performance felt less like two idols following choreography and more like two people genuinely enjoying a beautiful moment together. Every small interaction suddenly felt meaningful. Every glance felt soft. Every smile felt honest. As the music continued, their voices blended together perfectly. Jimin's delicate tone carried warmth and emotion, while Jungkook's smooth vocals wrapped around the melody so naturally that the song felt even more romantic than before. And then came the line everyone was waiting for. If you and I could be together. The moment they sang it while smiling, the crowd completely melted. Because the lyric itself already sounds emotional. But hearing Jimin and Jungkook sing it while looking so comfortable beside each other made it feel almost painfully beautiful. Many fans later said that the line no longer sounded like lyrics. It sounded like a feeling. A quiet hope. A gentle longing. And somehow, the cowboy hats made the entire scene even more unforgettable. There was something incredibly charming about seeing global superstars looking so relaxed and playful on stage. They didn't seem worried about looking perfect. They just looked happy. At one point, Jungkook's cowboy hat shifted slightly, making him laugh in embarrassment. Jimin immediately burst into laughter too, and for a few seconds, the performance turned into pure chaos in the cutest way possible. The audience loved every second of it. Because those tiny unscripted moments are often the ones that feel the most genuine. And genuine moments are exactly why people love Jimin and Jungkook so much. There's a comfort between them that feels natural and effortless. The kind of comfort that can't really be faked. Jungkook especially seemed unable to stop smiling throughout the performance. Fans have noticed for years that his smile often changes around Jimin. It becomes softer, lighter, almost instinctive. That night felt like another example of that. Meanwhile, Jimin looked completely at ease. His laughter came so naturally, and every time he glanced toward Jungkook, there was a warmth in his expression that fans immediately noticed. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't exaggerated. It was simply soft. And somehow, softness can be far more powerful than anything else. That's why so many armies became emotional after watching the performance. Because beyond the stage outfits, the vocals, and the visuals, there was something deeply comforting about the way they interacted. It felt human. Like two people finding happiness in a small moment together. And maybe that's why Just One Day hit differently that night. The song itself already carries nostalgia. It reminds fans of earlier BTS days, days filled with youthful emotions, simple dreams, and quiet sincerity. Now, years later, hearing Jimin and Jungkook sing it together again feels almost emotional in a completely new way. Because they've grown up together. They've spent years side by side through exhausting schedules, world tours, pressure, rumors, success, and countless life changes. Yet somehow, when they stand next to each other, the warmth still feels the same. That's rare. Very rare. There are connections that become weaker over time. But with Jimin and Jungkook, many fans feel the opposite has happened. Their bond has become calmer, quieter, and somehow even more meaningful. And maybe that's why a simple performance with cowboy hats became such a huge emotional moment for so many people. Because it wasn't just cute. It felt sincere. The smiles felt sincere. The laughter felt sincere. Even the silence between their lines felt sincere. For a few minutes, the massive concert stage no longer felt overwhelming or distant. Instead, it felt warm. Like watching a scene from a romantic movie where two people are simply happy to exist beside each other. And in the end, maybe that's why fans can't stop replaying the moment. Not because of flashy effects. Not because of perfect choreography. But because of the feeling it left behind. Two cowboy hats. Two beautiful smiles. One soft song. And one unforgettable line. If you and I could be together. A simple sentence. Yet somehow, when Jimin and Jungkook sang it together, it felt like the entire world quietly stopped to listen. If you could feel the energy of that night through this story, don't forget to like, comment on which moment touched you the most, and subscribe for more Na Dior pop stories. Purple Heart. See you in the next video.